Okay, everybody, I'm going to do a little bit of a video on the new OBS is here. Um, so you go to the Epic Games website, just type epicgames.com, it'll take you here. Then you download this, right? This little thing here, okay? And you go to this folder and right click, install it. And once you've installed it, okay, what'll happen is you'll have this little thing here. Bring this up here, okay, and it'll take a minute to load. Now I've got more stuff in here, so it'll be a little easier the first time you go. So you click over here to Unreal Engine, and it decides to want to do it. Okay, there. Then you go to Library, and you see here this little plus. Click here, and it'll want to put there. This little icon here, what you do is click here, and then you choose the 4.26.2, the same one I have. Okay. And once it's installed, okay, then you just click this little button. Right? And I've been having problems because these companies, you tell them to install software on D drive, not C, and they're still trying to shove stuff on your C drive. And I'm running out of space. Okay, and it's becoming critical where I gotta uninstall games I like to play, other things, and I had to wipe out a whole bunch of this crap here just to you know. And there's a thing called a bulk cache. Well, there's also a derived data cache that just likes to put shit wherever it wants to, and no matter what you do and where you tell it to go, it keeps going to the places where whatever. Right? It's annoying as hell. So you'll see this screen pop up where you'll see the Unreal Editor will take some time to load up. Just going to go through a basic thing of how to change a character, a paragon character, okay, into the white guy, and you run around in a little basic map there. I was looking around for some freebies that would be good to use to run around with, but that's when the crashes happen. Like, ever since 2 updates ago, my system's just heating up like nuts, and I'm in a cold room. Okay, it's not the graphics card overheating; it's the rest of the system, and it's all the garbage that these companies put on your PCs to make them run. And like having a 128 gigabyte hard drive, I've got nothing I've installed on it. Okay, and there's 20 gigs left. It's all garbage install files that they don't remove, the garbage. It's lazy programming. It's lazy companies, lazy corporations, leaving their crap all over your hard drives. And then they leave it to you to go and fix it. It's annoying as hell, and it's got to the point where screw Windows 10. Okay? This is it, man. This phone operating system that they gave to everybody is garbage. Just literal garbage, and prove me wrong, okay? The only reason people use it is because Microsoft developed a good DirectX type of style for graphics and has, a monopoly on, when you buy a PC, you have Windows crap on it, right? So anyway, you get to this screen, click here, click next, right? Now what you want to do is go to third person here. See the little white guy in there, and you click next, and just leave it as my project. And then leave all this stuff here like this, and you see this thing, in here. Make sure ray tracing is disabled unless you have a really high-end, rich person graphics card, which 95% of us don't have. Anyway. This whole generation, last 2 generations of graphics cards have just gone so stupid that I'm just not buying into it. I got another spare 1660 Super on another PC, plays games. You know, I may have to drop down to Unreal 525 or 524 and just stay there. I like, I don't know. 426 is about the limit for this PC, and 427 they started taking features that were standard away. You put an environment in, you put a guy on it, he walks around in 426 and under. You do that in 427, the guy falls through the map because he didn't put a blocking box, bounding box in the map. Again, laziness, right? They're pandering. What that's doing is that's showing that they're pandering to Hollywood, okay, doing cinematics. I get it, man. If you just wanted to do cinematics, fine, but you need to have that in there so that you can test where you might want to put shots, right, for your cameras. You got to go around in the scene. So anyway, you get to here, and go click over here, go back over here, okay? Go to library. Actually, go to the marketplace, because you're going to need some stuff. And you just go over here, and you type paragon. Boom. And you got all these people here. So pick one you like. The one I got them all. They're all free. I picked this guy here. Okay. Add him to the project. Okay. And this is for these paragon characters. It's a little more involved when you get into non-paragon characters because you technically have to go on target. There's a way of doing this that's kind of a real quick way. And then it'll have a whole bunch of you running around playing these different characters, right? Now this is only for the third person, right? Doesn't do that little fancy, you know, animating that I do in PC type characters, right? There's a plugin I use for that too, which then is free. So then, you know, there's showing a tutorial for that. It's, you know, kind of. Anyway, I got a couple of free things over here today. They're always putting out little bits of free stuff for the new engine, and everything's all about the new engine. They want new, but they want you to go and spend the money of a 2080, which is like $2,000. You can't. That's just no. Sorry. You know, if anything, I might try and check out the Unity, you know, game engine in Godot and just start moving that way because these guys are for rich people. Okay. The rest of us, you know, most of the developers, I told them, I said, you know, if you don't give out stuff 426, you're losing massively. Epic, when I started in 2019, had about 45,000 people playing with the game engine. Okay. By the time 426 rolled around, there were over 650,000 people playing around. I guarantee you, okay, most of them tried 427, found it way too buggy, and just said, no, stay on 426. And then 5 came out, and it's all ray tracing garbage. Like, honestly, guys, NVIDIA has gone full stupid with the pricing on their cards. Everybody, if you have kids or want to play games, you like playing games, don't put money into their 30 series cards. Make those buggers sweat. Because the difference is, AMD is going to be coming out with a card that's $600 cheaper and maybe 20% less better. Maybe 30. Who cares? That's still better than the 3090 Ti. And it's $1,000. That's American, so it's going to cost like $1,600 here in Canada. So I got to wait until they clear out their bottom end cards, come out with a better card underneath. Because the way AMD seems to be doing it is they're gonna keep the prices the same and just give you better. Whereas NVIDIA just, I mean, by 60 series, you'd be paying $8,000 for a graphics card. Yeah, okay, sure, yeah. Their 8050 card will be like, I don't know, $2,000, right? I expect everybody to go along with that. Okay, it's not going to happen. So anyway, that's been added. Okay. Then what you want to do is you want to click on this little free button here. And let's see. We'll just go. You don't want to add any of this stuff because it's newer engine, which is why you don't see me playing around with it. I just don't have, I'm just not going to be pandering to the big end, whatever. Oh, let's see here. Something here. Let's start the second page here. Let's go right to the back end. All right, so here we are at the old stuff here. Okay. And paragons are. Let's see. Scroll down. Scroll down. This one looks good. I got this. Alrighty. Oh, it's unavailable. Eh? Watch this. Shouldn't say that. Anyway, try that again. They're gone free. I had this problem before. It wasn't that stuff problem. What you gotta do is you gotta leave the whole exit the engine and come back in and then see if it protect you. It's just everything acting stupid. Yeah, here, see what's just add to cart and stuff like that. Scroll down to where it is. Click in here. Anyway, it should say add to cart. So you click there and you add to cart. Okay, I can do it in here if I can do that. That's cool. And where? Oh, it isn't available. We took it out. Well, isn't that strange? I just did a video with that. It's people. They don't make it easy for you, you know? They give you something and then they steal it away. Let's do this. I got a feeling it's just a stupid launcher. Do this again. This is part of the problem where once you get so many packs, it starts getting buggy on stuff, right? Just go back and see what's there. Anyway, you add that. Something like if you get over 1,000, it gets buggy on you. You got to contact them. You got to fix it for you. It's like making those $1 billion corporations. Okay, we'll do this again. See what's there. Scroll down, get to the 100 page. Okay. But you won't. I'll have to break exit out of everything. we go. I had to go yell at them that one of their paragon characters was showing up. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so it's fire. I was doing videos in this. It would be nice to have that again. So I'll have to go check that. So we'll go back and see if anything else is, you know. So one of the ways I'll just show you guys. You go find a map where it's that like a little area to play around, and you just get it for free. Make sure you use this thing here, and it'll put all of it into one. Right? So I'm just going to go like this. Sick, tired of the way stupid things work. Click on environments. Right? I'll just add. I don't know. Let's see here. We'll just add this one. You go like this and see where your project right here is. Add it. It'll take some time to download. I have gigabit internet, so fast. Faster. And what you're doing is downloading a little scene for your character to run around in. And then I'll show you how to put him in there. And then I'll show you the white guy running around. And then what I'm going to do is change it so that he's Greystone. And then you can have some fun running around. Now, if you have OBS like I do, you could set that up, and that's another video, right, to show you how you can then record these things without the engine camera, which is a little heavier on your system. But you can do little videos of running around and having fun and stuff like that. This is kind of like how you start out, and then you realize, well, it doesn't need game engine camera. How does that work? Well, then that gets a little more complicated. There's actually some pretty nifty little ways of doing things, and it's part of the knowledge that a lot of people don't give out. Right? They like to hold on to that because it makes them important in simple things. Right? Instead of having everybody do it and raise the bar on what's good and quality, right? So when you do get somebody that gives you this free knowledge, you like to share it a little bit to people that are worth it, right? I find it just kind of cool that I ran into I talked to some of these developers a lot. They make these little packs that you see up here on the screen. They chat back and forth, and they're saying, you know what? I don't just show off that your pack was free that month. I actually show it in use in the engine and then walk around it. You know, I do things with this stuff. I mess with stuff. I do an enhancement somewhere here and show the guy, oh, that's nifty, that's cool. You know, blah. I take one thing, add it into another, and another. And pretty soon you're, oh, well, yeah, okay. You know, you're doing some neat stuff. So, okay, that's done. Now you go back over to this little icon. And what you do is you click here, okay, and you see the environment setting. The first thing you want to do, and this is what takes time on older computers, okay, and in fact, doing this will actually freeze a computer because it wants to use 100% of the CPU and bandwidth. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video, okay, and I'm going to show you what you do. You go in here and go to characters, go to heroes, go to this here, right, and then you go into the meshes area. You see these little characters here. Now you go to right click on this, it'll start the process of loading his what's called shaders. They're the things on the textures that go over top of this little body here and all that, right, that make him up to look like that. So I'm going to stop this video, do that, and then I'll just bring the video, edit these videos together, okay? Okay, and I'm back. Now, because I've done this before, you right click, and we'll go through, and on the right there where it says new plugins available, it'll say shaders and it'll count down. A little tip, minimize everything on the PC so you can see your desktop, and it actually runs faster. Don't know why. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Anyway, you go up to the edit bar, click edit, and then you see the character. Use your middle mouse wheel, you can scroll up and have a look. There he is. Okay. And what you've got to do is go over to the skeleton here. Click on this. Okay, and it does this stuff. And you have to hit this little button here the first time for the retarget manager. And all you do, go up here, select humanoid rig, wait for a second, it'll tell you it wants to save it, exit out, exit out. And then the simple thing to do, and I'll just show you how you do this. See this guy here? Just delete it. Hit the delete key. Highlight them and delete. Okay? Now, the other thing you gotta do, come over here, third person, go into the blueprints, and this little thing here called game mode. Okay? Right click again, go to edit. Okay? Then you scroll down to default pawn plans. Okay? And you'll see Greystone player character. Click that. And then up there is a little question mark. Compile it. Save. Okay? Exit back out of there. And then what you do is you just drag this player start into here. And if you want to see how that works, all you have to do is scroll over. Okay. It's hard to get a hold of that sometimes. And what you do is you go like this, and you can play right in the selected viewport, just like this. Okay, and there he is. He gets up, swings around, and see how my mouse is still moving around? When I click in this area, now I'm in control. Okay? And you can run around the map and do all kinds of other stuff. Right? Now, stop here. Right? Okay? Now we go out of here. We've got this environment set. So you click in here and you go, oh, what's this? Oh, there's maps. Oh, okay. So what you got to do is the same process. I'm going to have to do the shaders for this because I don't have them. So I'll stop the video again and restart. Okay. And what you do is you right click on it and just and a pop-up will happen. Just then click over in the middle here somewhere. The pop-up goes away, but the shaders keep counting because it's now saying, okay, well, I want to load this map. Let that go. Minimize everything to the desktop again, right? Like you just do this, right? Get everything, or you could right click down here, show desktop, right? Same thing. And what that does, speeds up the process, and what will happen is you'll see this kind of thing start to go, right? I don't know if OBS will handle this, but anyway, I'm going to stop the recording here. Okay, and we're back. And once all the shaders are done, you go back up here to edit, click here, say save selected. It'll do that. And you get this little area, right? And this down here, it's back out over here. And I see that they defaulted the world settings. So, gotta go down to this menu, the window menu. Click here to make sure this is on, this little thing here. I think it was this one. Oh. Here. It's up a bit, so it's not there. we got two players. Where is it? So this is where you appear over here. Third person. There we go. Select the third person game. And if you did the gray stone in the other map, it'll appear right there as well. Then what you can do is save the map. Always do that when you go to do things. Be up in the air like that. And then what happens? Play in the selected viewport. Now, one of the things you can do if you're not recording like that, you can just play standalone game. And what it'll do is it'll bring up a window. You can go to the top part of it, right? Let's say up here, double click on it, it'll do the whole screen, and you'll get the same thing, but you'll have more of the area. And I'm just doing it for the video. So now you got your guy here, in here, and you can run around. Okay? And this is what really appeals to people in the first place. Right? Oh, look at that! I got my own little kind of like video game thing. Right? Yay! I don't know why, but it doesn't quite look as grand as it used to. So, maybe it doesn't do that. But you can run around in this. Right? It's too bad I didn't have. Now things like chopping trees and other stuff, it's a whole other set of stuff for destructibles and chopping and sounds and audio. So you can get to the edge of the map and go, oh, see, the world is flat. Ah. Right? It's actually quite besides the map. There are bigger maps to get, of course, when you get into some of the landscapes and stuff like that. And one of the things I did was collecting. Every month you get previews. Get the ones you think are kind of fun to play with. And like I say, over here, so you click this little Windows button, go over and click pause for a second, click this little button here, and then you can click stop. And then you're out of that. And you always look for something that has a map. If it says overview, that's all the pieces and parts of this map. Okay? Put them together and stuff. Right? And this is the basics right here. That's how you get a character running around in a screen. You can add more characters, change the characters around, etc., right? I can build this into a little game that I can just run, and it will drop me in the map, and I can run around. Now, pretty basic, right? You know, you got your environment and a character. That's, you know, that's the basics, though. And you got 20 or 30 different paragons over here. If I go up to the top here, click all and type paragon. Okay, you've got all these different characters to play with to begin with. And what I've said to people before is each of these characters has what's called a skin. It may change their hair color, and you might put a helmet on them so you don't know who it is. So you could use that as something completely different, and you don't need to use the same names. In fact, they tell you, you know, it would be smarter if you use these assets and you give them new names and whatever else. One of the Twitter followers I had, I use this one here, the Countess. If you click in here, you'll see what the skins are. Right? Okay. Here's the different ones here. You got this Japanese one here. You got this one here. She was a redhead, so I thought, oh, we'll put the redhead. Right? There you go. You got this one that's kind of like a creepy Halloween thing, right? And you got an Egyptian one, right? Something maybe stargazing, right? You know? Or ghoulish or something. Okay? You can put a little effect on their eyes that every minute goes off and blows the eyes or something, right? There's lots of little things you can do. So you just add that project, and there you go. And I'll have to complain to Epic about the Infinity things not working again too. I mean, it sounds to me like things are breaking because they're not paying attention, right? They want everything for our government applied, and nobody has graphics cards playing around in. I watched a guy with a 4090 on YouTube. He had eight people watching a video game. Almost after taxes, probably almost a $2,000 graphics card, and you got 8 people watching. You know, when he did the Star Wars game came out, EA there, that young redheaded Jedi one, he had thousands of people watching, right? People are not buying into this 4090 bullshit or the 4080 or whatever else NVIDIA's pulling. You want mining prices, go bother the miners. They're not going to buy your cards. Have a nice day, right? Anyway, now Elon Musk also over there on Twitter wants to turn Twitter into some kind of bank or something. I'm like, no, not happening, man. And all the stuff that was funny about that blue check where you get verified, it was just, I mean, wow. Just wow, right? Come on, guys. There's a sale button there. You know, show you something here. Here. This is like this. Go like this. Take this off. This is all the stuff I have to play with. Okay? And it's not all there because I just checked that one is not available. So there's other things that are missing in here that they owe me that are mine. Okay, so if we're going to start doing this kind of shit, we're going to lose people fast. When the guy I'm dealing with, he gives you the Unity character model, the Unreal model, and some extras in there too. See, there's that little base I use for the little dancing right there. See, it's actually a really well done. See, there are some really cool, well done stuff in there. Right? There's another pack there. All kinds of stuff. See this Infinity. Right? So they've taken one of the Infinity blades. This one looks like crap. It's not even got its collision anymore. They did half-ass work and made us do all the stuff. And so what they're doing is they're backplating this no collision, bounding, blocking the box thing, right? And it's just a terrible way to do it. That should be added in. And if you want to do cinematics, what you do is you go to the film and television template, and it should detect that and then automatically remove that box. And then you have, I would say, it's a more optimized way of doing things. But hey, it's the same thing as the login issue with Elon Musk. I mean, I was 12 years old in '82, okay, and I was taking 2 words, okay, you parse the word, and you detect a space, which is a certain type of character, and it has a value in the memory. You go, and then you concatenate the first part to another variable string and say search. What does this? And then you can say capital letters, small letters, any type, and then you can say, like if I were Elon, okay, does it then have parity after that? Word parity somewhere after that? Anything? It doesn't. You can't do it then. Simple. It's taken, right? That, I mean, what's wrong with these people? He's got billions of dollars and he can't find the right coders. And these guys on the far right go on about people on the left or in the middle that can't code. What's wrong with you? Right? That's bullshit. I laugh at stuff like guarantee you, there's technology I gave out for nothing that's in everything. You got all kinds of these. Now these mega scans are 2 and 4K resolutions. The ones you get in this launcher are all 4K. They're very heavy use. You would have to mess around hardcore with a plug-in to get to work on anything less than Unreal 5. That's how long, they've had it since Unreal 4.2.4, I believe it was, or 4.2.3, and it took that long to integrate it into their software. It's actually quite sad and stuff. Take that one. But anyway, they got a lot of textures and stuff like that we can play around with and stuff like that, which is neat, right? All kinds of different stuff, items, blah, 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 right? Yeah, I got lots of missiles and everything else from the east and west. I could make like a little mini war game, and whatever, space stuff, buildings, got an actual city downtown you can walk around in, fantasy houses, lost ruins, all this stuff. This is just, and look, we're not even done yet. Minus below, plug in, build stuff in, programs, underwater, houses. Ooh, hey, there's all the paragons. Keep going, right? That's what I'm saying. Procedural generation tools to make things automatically. Unfortunately, this is for 4.2.7, right, and 5, which limits its use. I got that one, played around in it, but the second I go to put them in any of my environments, like you just saw, how he was running around, falls through the map. It takes me far too long to piss around with a blocking box to fit it to the size of the map underneath it and do it so that it's proper, okay? Then I care to want to be doing it. If I got to do that every goddamn time, that, that's something that all the rest of the versions of the engine automatically have. So why are you doing that? And you can tell when you add the leveling, like that stadium thing I have there. Down there, that's some spaceships and other stuff here. Stadiums, battleship, stuff, spacecraft. Where's that stadium? Not sure. Neither. See, it's hard to find things. You know what I mean? This is what a half an hour of me going, oh, where is that thing I need to use? Because they set this up just so nicely. It's under modular. Yeah, there it is. This thing here, this stadium, you put a character in that, fall through the map. Right? The hockey rink works great. I'd run around that worked fine. In other words, more work was done on the hockey rink, and it looks even better than this thing. This looks like a basic asset. Right? It's basic, very basic. I'd have to make it twice as big, like lengthwise, right? And then I'd probably put toes, twin motion people on all the stands, right? You have to mess with that a lot to get it to function. But then once you had a template done, then you'd be good to go, right? And that's what some of these things are meant to be, right? They're meant to be templates for you to mess with. You get lots of, there's enough assets I have in here to do just about anything, right? Anyway, just thought I'd let you go. I'll edit this video together and put it up, and let me know in the comment section if there's something I missed or you need to know something extra, right? Like even the Western towns kind of. Now some of these, you create the project and it's got the map already in it. Okay. What was that? Just maybe as I'm speaking, the thing is back. I wouldn't do it, man. Speak here. Yeah, see there it is. Grasslands. That's the one. There it is. It's still, yeah, there it is. Now it's available. See what I mean? It took that long. It took an hour for it to pop back up into my thing. This is a new one too. You can play around with this one too. I like it. It's good for cinematics, but you'll have to drop your player character, right, over in somewhere where you can see it. And that's that you drag it over and drag it in and drop it in. Okay? You can run around in this and look around and take some screenshots, use your print screen and do stuff like that, which is neat. This is why they did this originally. Originally, this was a good thing they were doing, but it's kind of perverted into, you know, I was using a GT620 1 gigabyte NVIDIA graphics card in 2019, right up until about mid 2020 when they started this 425, 426, and 427, and that was it. That was it. I couldn't use 426 or 427 with that card, so I got a 1660 Super during all this mining craze at good cost in a PC. The problem is it has a small 128 gig SSD at the main drive, and it's got a terabyte for a D drive. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll just install everything to D drive. Well, that's not how these companies work. The morons, and I say that nicely, put maybe 95% of the programs on your D drive. Even Steam does it, and then they put crap on your C drive. I just stop it. Okay, that's I want everything in one place. Reasons for that, okay, are not only just it's proper to know where everything is. It's security. Okay? When something goes wrong, you're all over the bloody place trying to fix it. Okay, it's terrible. Right? And I can't even imagine having to upgrade these things where you got 15 million things all over the damn place. It should be a little file, says D drive / whatever directory. Done. There you go. Rant over. But anyway, that's how you do most of this. Have a good one, guys.